Hello, I'm Daniel Rainey, and Ana Gonsalves and I would like to speak with you about the IMI ODR Standards for Online Mediators Task Force report.
Hi, my name is Ana Maria Maia Gonçalves.
What we're going to talk about is the core competency knowledge elements, that is, the areas of knowledge and understanding that you need to be an effective user of mediation technology, of online mediation technology.
The 5 core competencies of IMI standards for online mediators are situational awareness, basic knowledge of e-mediation, platform and technology, process and impact, and communication with the parties. We are going to cover these 5 competencies in this video. We will comment briefly each competency, and we'll give you a few seconds to pause the video and read the detailed description. How can a mediator show a competency? How can an institution train a mediator to be competent online? How will then this institution assess the mediator to comply to these standards of competency? The slides we are going to use show all the detailed descriptions as described in the standards document of reference. It is not a detailed presentation, but rather an helicopter view so that you understand what was behind the development of the standards.
Situational awareness is basically knowing when it's appropriate to use technology and which technology it's appropriate to use. Basically, the question that you want to ask if you're going to use technology in mediation is, does the use of this technology add value to the process for the parties I'm working with? Of course, that means you have to stay abreast of what's going on in ICT, what's going on in ODR technology, and you have to keep yourself abreast of essentially what's happening in the world of mediation and the world of technology.
The second competency is basic knowledge in e-mediation. It means that the mediator has an understanding of the fundamentals of e-mediation. This competency is about learning the grammar and syntax of online communication channels. The mediators can choose variable channels, and to do that, they need to know what are these channels and how they can affect the way the parties communicate, when and how to use them. The mediators can develop also negotiation dynamics that are specific to the online environment. They can choose to use software applications they would not be able to use offline. And here again, the mediator needs to understand why and how to use specific application in specific situation. Learning about these new tools is mandatory for the mediators to then be able to choose between them in a concrete and pragmatic way. Last but not least, it is important to understand the legal specificities of the online world. The third competency relates to the platform and the technology use. Here, the standards cover the notion of responsibility. Am I knowledgeable enough about ICT and the platform to use it responsibly? Do I need assistance from a technical facilitator? How do I anticipate and deal with issues and bugs? The fourth competency is process and impact.
Process and impact speaks to your understanding of what difference it makes that you're doing your work online as opposed to face-to-face. What are the emotional, social, interactive changes that are made when you go online and you start working online? Do you know how to use facilitation techniques online? Do you know how to deal with asynchronous communication? All these things that change when you move away from a face-to-face environment and into an online environment.
The fundamental question here is how the process of e-mediation is impacting the parties differently compared to standard mediation. How people behave and react differently online, and how the communication patterns change online. The secondary question is how agile we can be as mediator to juggle with communication channels and mediation techniques, being aware of the impact of the online environment on those techniques. Mediators who master mediation techniques offline will need to adapt and have the humility of being beginners again. The fifth competency is communication with the parties. This is about how we adapt our communication, about what we do as mediators to the online environment. It includes checking that all parties are on the same page with us, that they are properly informed and able to exercise self-determination in this environment. It is also about being aware of the risks of creating imbalance between parties using technology and how to mitigate this. So we covered the 5 competencies of the IMI standards for online mediators. As we said at the beginning, any organization that wishes to implement a high-quality training in online mediation needs to look closely at these competencies and integrate them in the curriculum. Daniel and myself are available to give more information about how to implement this successfully. Thank you.
So what's ahead? This is the second video of a series of 3. We're looking here at the online mediation core competencies. Video 1 was a basic introduction. Video 3 will cover the core competency practical skills. We look forward to seeing you in that video. Thank you.